Hello, happy summer, and welcome to yet another monthly installment of the Founders Live Influencer series on speaking and communications. I'm Bryan Rutberg. I'm with 3C Communications, and I'm delighted to be back again on the fourth Friday of the month, or on demand, whenever you're watching. This month, we're going to talk about being on the spot for answers, how to have effective Q&A when you're the presenter. As I say, we do this every fourth Friday. Love being with Founders Live. And once again, I can tell you I love coming to you from Seattle's World Trade Center down on Alaska Way, right downtown beneath the Pike Place Market. Delighted to have you with us. This month, I've got a couple opening remarks, and then we're going to show you a short video that I shot a little while back. It's a great example of the material we make available on our website, www.3ccoms.com. Check us out and check into our presentation power pack, which will give you lots of good ideas. And of course, come back and see us here every month on Founders Live. After you see the short video of me, you'll get a chance to see Christina from our team. She does 99-second pitch coaching with all of the Founders Live presenters here in Seattle. And she's got some specific ideas for you about how Q&A can help you out when you're an entrepreneur. Here we go. Hi. Even experienced public speakers can have a tough time with Q&A because thinking on your feet is harder than delivering prepared remarks, right? I'm Bryan Rutberg. I'm the principal of 3C Communications, and I love sharing what I know about public speaking. Today I've got 3 tips on handling questions from your audience. Stick around through these 3 key points, and I'll have a bonus for you at the end. The 3 keys to handling questions well are repeat, respect, and return. First, repeat. Even if you get the perfect question and you want to dive straight into your answer, pause for a breath and play back the question. This is important even if the whole room heard the question, because it gives you the chance to paraphrase, which allows you to catch your own breath and think about how you want to answer the question, focus on a part of the question that you really want to dig into, and thank the questioner for their interest and for engaging with the material. Second is respect. This is the one time when you might want to hold an audience member's gaze for a little bit longer than might feel comfortable. Show respect to the questioner by giving him or her your undivided attention as you start the answer, standing still and making eye contact. This lets the audience know that you're taking the question seriously. It lets you get the power dynamic to the questioner for a moment, and then take it back as you hold his or her gaze for just a little while longer. Third is return. This is where you fully take the power dynamic back by turning the room's focus back to you. Return to your natural motion on the stage or in front of the room, and return to making eye contact all around the room. This physical return matches the verbal pivot you may wish to make, using the first part of your answer to return to one of your main points for your second part of the answer and to renew your call to action. Now, I promised you a bonus. Attendees at my seminars love this one because it brings them inside the public speaker's life a little bit, and it adds some humor. Did you know there are 3 types of questions? There's good questions, there's great questions, and there's excellent questions when you're in front of an audience. So when a speaker tells an audience member, "Oh, good question," it might mean bad question. It can mean you didn't get my point, you're wildly off topic, or clearly this material is over your head. Now, great question means, oh, we can dig in on this topic, and if used mid-presentation, it can mean I've already thought of that, and I address it a little later, so hang on. It gives credit for seeing ahead to where the speaker's going. Now, an excellent question is one where not only do you address it a little later in your presentation, but click, it's on the very next slide. And audiences love to know that they've really got into your rhythm. That's it. I hope you learned something and that you'll try it out soon. Tell me how it goes in the comments section, and subscribe to our newsletter and keep coming back for more tips to make you a better communicator.
Those are great tips from Bryan, and I have a couple for you for those of you, especially that will be presenting for just 99 seconds at Founders Live, but I think they apply to anybody who's an entrepreneur and out there talking about their startup. If you've pitched a few times, you've probably noticed that you're getting a lot of the same questions, right? Especially if you're talking to investors. They want to know how you're going to make them their money back, and they want to know that your team's viable, that you've thought about competitors, that you thought about growth, new services and products, and things like that. So when you start noticing those different questions, think about that, come up with some nice, short, concise answers, and practice those. I've really seen it make a difference at the Founders Live events where somebody's just super smooth and sharp with their Q&A. They're able to give short answers that do give the details and answer the question, but they're not up there kind of fumbling and maybe, doing this and that and lots of ums and so's. And I just think it makes a clear difference, and you can really win over the audience there. Because if you remember Bryan's tip on returning to the audience and returning to your main point, it's your chance to really add in some of those value add facts. Maybe it's a statistic, maybe you just talk about this is a core value that we're living up to. It's another way that you can really add in a little bit more and kind of, sell it a little bit more, and especially if you're doing a 99-second pitch, you've now had that extra time. And you can even be strategic. It's very hard to do, but you can set up the end of your pitch so everybody in the audience is wanting to ask the same question, and that's always pretty fun. Nick will usually, or the host will usually jump in and be like, everybody wants to know. So there's a lot of fun ways to take advantage of the Q&A section, and I think that the repeat, respect, and return method is the best way to start.
Awesome, Christina. Thank you. Q&A can be the big difference maker when you've got a pitch to give, because you know what you want to say and you've thought about who the audience is and how they need to hear it and what they need to know. But ultimately, it's the audience who tells you if they've got enough information and if they're satisfied with what you've passed along. I'll see you in a couple of moments over at the live chat if you're watching this live. Thanks for joining us again, and we'll see you in August for another installment of the Founders Live Influencer Series.